presentation. As I told you guys, José Luis is the corporate director of Real Madrid FC, as well as our co-director, your co-director. Okay, thank you, because we know that you are very, very busy at the club. So guys, we are going to start the presentation. Please show your passport to the webcam first. Anne, please, for example, closer. That's okay. Domenico, thank you so much. Susie, please. Susie Serena, perfect. Kathleen, Mary. Okay, and Othman, please. Not too close. Let me see if I can see. That's okay. Thank you, Othman. Okay, well, guys, you're gonna start. Remember that you have about 10-15 minutes, okay, for your presentation, and then it's going to be the Q&A time. Okay, guys? From this time. And if you like to start and share your screen, we are happy. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our presentation today. What if every child, regardless of background, had access to world-class training? Virtue Athlete aims to make this a reality. Virtue Athlete is a nonprofit organization that strives to help young athletes around the world improve their overall sport performance and skills using innovative augmented and virtual reality technology and artificial intelligence coaching. My name is Kathleen, and I'm going to kick us off by introducing Virtue Athlete's founders, discussing the needs we seek to address, and highlighting our organization's foundations. Susie will discuss the business, marketing, and contingency plans. Domenico will explain the operation plan and the technology components. Ottman will discuss the financial plans, and Anne will wrap us up with human resources topics. Imagine being a talented young athlete in an underdeserved community. No access to professional coaching, no elite training opportunities, no chance to reach your full potential. Virtue Athlete eliminates these barriers. So what needs do we seek to address? Number one, nearly 80% of adolescents across several nations did not achieve the recommended amount of physical activity for their age group. Number two, one of the biggest challenges in youth coaching is finding and keeping quality coaches who understand the sport and who work well with children. Number three, approximately 59% of families experience financial strain from their child's sports activities. And number four, geography can limit a child's access to elite sports academies and coaching. Virtue Athlete empowers young athletes worldwide by providing AI-driven immersive training through AR and VR, ensuring accessible sports development for all, regardless of location or financial resources. Our vision is to lead AI-enhanced sports training globally, guided by our values of excellence, innovation, integrity, inclusion, perseverance, and accountability.
Virtue Athlete operates on a hybrid model, prioritizing accessibility while ensuring financial sustainability through diverse funding strategies, which is built on venture philanthropy, sponsors, grants, strategic partnership, and more. This means that Virtue Athlete doesn't only target athletes, but it also targets institutions and sponsors to invest in its mission and/or refers athletes to its program. After having done an extensive marketing research, internal and external, Virtue Athlete has developed a business plan ensuring competitive positioning by having key differentiation strategies. Its business plan includes strategic marketing strategies encompassing scalability, long-term growth, distribution and funding strategies, and ongoing performance evaluation to optimize impact and efficiency. Its growth strategy is designed for steady and purposeful expansion, allowing flexibility and adaptation while maintaining long-term sustainability. Virtue Athlete's marketing strategy incorporates both digital and non-digital marketing strategies to maximize reach. By leveraging multi-channels, it aims to enhance community engagement, showcase success stories, share compelling content, and attract investors to invest. Sorry, nervous. To attract investors through targeted initiatives and campaigns.
At V2Athlete, we have built a platform that isn't just innovative, it's scalable. Our e-powered system is designed to evolve seamlessly, from local pilot programs to a global training solution. To ensure a smooth and structured rollout, we have developed a phased launch strategy. First, we start small with local pilot programs. In year one, we will work with 500 to 1,000 young athletes, testing in key cities, gathering feedbacks, and refining our emotion tracking to ensure a high-quality experience. Next, we move to national expansion. In years 2 and 3, we will partner with academies, clubs, and schools to scale virtually across the country, making our technology accessible to a much larger audience. And finally, we take virtually global. By years 4 and 5, we will expand internationally, forming strategic alliances with sport organizations, tech partners, and governing bodies. Of course, a platform like this needs to be built on strong technology and, most importantly, secure data protection. At Virtualit, we take data privacy and security seriously, ensuring that every child's journey remains protected. First, our cloud-based infrastructure ensures efficiency and scalability. This allows for real-time data access across devices without any drop in performance. Second, we prioritize data security and compliance. We strictly follow General Data Protection Regulation, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, and California Consumer Privacy Act regulations, ensuring that all personal data is securely stored in compliant cloud centers. Everything from user interaction to performance data is fully encrypted. Third, we put families in control. With parental controls, guardians can manage data settings and permission, giving them peace of mind while their children are training. And finally, we never sell data. Unlike many platforms, we don't share or monetize athlete information. Our focus is on building trust and ensuring long-term security for every user. With VirtuAthlete, we are not just creating a training tool. We are building a secure, AI-powered ecosystem that evolves with the athlete, prioritizing privacy, safety, and long-term development.
Thank you, Dominic. One of the most challenged, and now we're going to deep dive into the financial part of our organization. One of the major challenge for the startup and the nonprofit organization is building a solid and healthy financial plan that ensures the long-term sustainability, scalability, also a plan for present and our financial projection design, and also address challenges with the structure and data-driven approach. Let's start with the revenue. Our model is based on diversified funding sources, including a grant, a sponsorship, donation, commercial partner, with projected total revenue reaching 18 million by year 5. From performance perspective, we are targeting to break even by year 3, supported by strong financial indicators such as the net present value for up to 2.5 million. That is a strong indicator that our the investment is positive, and also internal rate of return of 18%, as well as the ROI 45%. We also projected total asset of 8.5 million by year 5. On the cost side, the plan focuses on the technology investment, as Dominic mentioned, operational efficiency, and building strategy and partnership, while keeping the risk diversified strategic to ensure scalability. And last but not least, we also assess sensitivity analysis that help us prepare for different scenarios. We did an optimistic scenario by 15%, the base as projected in the financial plan, and the pessimistic one is 20% lower. This helps us enable proactive financial planning and business resiliencies. Now we're going to move to the expenses part. We outline 5 years expansion projection covering key cost drivers such as R&D, marketing, partnership, development, technology maintenance, staffing, operational expenses, and global rollout expenses, because that is our plan. We're going to grow and roll out globally. This category have been carefully prioritized to ensure that resources are aligned with both growth and the impact. As shown in the graph, the largest share of expenses is expected to come from operational costs and staffing, which reflect the scale of delivery needed for this program. On the performance side, we have maintained a strong financial indicator with a break-even point by year 3. By year 5, total projected assets are expected to reach 8.5 million, supporting long-term sustainability. Altogether, this disciplined approach to expense planning ensures that we grow efficiently while remaining financially resilient. In conclusion, the financial strategy is designed to ensure long-term sustainability, operational efficiency, and global scalability. These pillars are critical for supporting scalable and growth for future readiness. This approach helps us incorporate continuous evaluation and adapt to financial planning as we go through the financial market, allowing Virtual Athlete to remain flexible and responsive to change. The overall aim is to mitigate the risk effectively while capitalizing on emerging opportunities, ensuring both resiliencies and long-term impact. My colleague, Susie, will guide you through the contingency plans. Susie?
Yes, after hearing Atman, you must be thinking, what happens if we don't reach what we have expected or what we have planned? Virtual Athlete has developed a risk assessment and mitigation plan to address potential challenges. The highest risk that we have is the health and safety risk and the financial risk. To address the health and safety risk, Virtual Athlete has implemented pre-screening for sensory sensitivity, in-session health monitoring with real-life coaches, clear usage guidelines they can get ahead, and a driven injury prevention. As a nonprofit, as you already heard, financial fluctuation pose a challenge. To mitigate this, Virtual Athlete employs a diverse funding strategy, like mentioned before, and if needed, a social enterprise model with a fee-based service will be implemented to reduce dependency on external fundings. By integrating these mitigation strategies, Virtual Athlete remains financial resilient and ensures athlete safety, making it a secure and scalable investment opportunity.
The mic, Anne. Sorry, turn on the mic. Yeah, no worries. Perfect.
Thank you. I'm Ann Ziegler. We've presented an incredible business idea, and we've saved the very best for last, the exceptional people who will make it all happen. We're bringing together an AI and sports science experts to drive innovation. Our 3-phase growth plan ensures efficient scaling and attracting top talent. 38% of startups fail from premature scaling, while staggered hiring increases retention by 50%. The Harvard Business Review confirms phase expansion improves adaptability. To support this, we're leveraging Oracle HCM Cloud, ranked #1 by Gartner for optimizing workforce growth. Brilliant minds aren't enough. A strong company culture is just as important. Just like the New Zealand All Blacks, we will use competencies and core values to build a winning team, ensuring our people are not just skilled, but they're also mission-driven. And this all begins in Chicago, a national leader in AI, sports tech, and nonprofit support. Chicago has a deep talent pool in AI, biomechanics, and sports science. Thanks to top universities like Northwestern and U Chicago, this city also is home to a thriving professional industry. We're partnering with 1871, Chicago's premier tech incubator, which has fueled over 850 startups and facilitated more than $3.5 billion in venture capital. A prime example is M1 Finance, an AI fintech company that leveraged 1871 to raise $323 million and scale to over $6 billion in assets. But the impact goes far beyond athletes. By making sports more accessible worldwide, we cultivate lifelong fans, fueling the growth of emerging sports markets. A young athlete today becomes a passionate fan tomorrow, supporting ticket sales, merchandise, and creating new revenue streams that sustain the global sports economy. Now is the time to act. Your investment will build the most advanced platform in training, in sports training, launch pilot programs in real communities, and expand globally, giving millions of kids the training that they deserve. Thank you very much, and we look forward to your investment.
Thank you so much, guys. Well, we are going to start the Q&A time, okay? For example, with Professor Diego Garcia, you have the floor, please.
Hello, thanks, Pablo, thanks, and congrats for everybody because the project is amazing. The presentation the same. Congrats for the presentation, good job. Now, only I have one question. Along the project, I have checked the legal, in terms of legal organization, is a non-profit organization, no? If I am not mistaken. In the financial projections, concretely in the revenue projects, one of the searches, the income searches, are grants or donations. In the case of the donations, I am not familiar with USA legal system, but I would like to ask you about if all the partners, all the sponsors that they decided to support you, they, according to the law system, they will be able to receive tax beneficials or something like this. I don't know if exists this possibility or not. This is the question, no more.
And you want to answer it, or do you want me to answer it?
I can answer that.
Maybe
yes,
Osman, no? I don't know.
Oh, either one of us, whichever. If you would like.
Yes, no problem.
You can.
Go ahead, proceed.
Oh, okay. Yes, they will. From a U.S. tax perspective, donation base would the donor would be able to take the tax deduction from their side of their tax preparation. They would receive that tax advantage. Yes.
Yeah. So there is a form, the IRS form, Internal Revenue System, that when you donate, of course, has to be through the bank. There is a digital form that you file automatically with the donation that goes directly to the IRS, and they do the calculation at the end of your financial tax return.
Okay. Yeah, my question is because, for example, in Spain exists the system, no? The companies receive a tax reduction in a percentage from 45% until 55%, and this is the question, no? It's a good way to achieve or to get donations, no? Because it's very attractive to the sponsors if they have this kind of positive benefits or tax reductions. No, this is my question. Sorry.
Absolutely, and it's exactly the same. It's a different approach and different percentage in the US.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Diego. Thank you, guys. Well, for example, Jose Luis, you have the floor if you like.
Hi, everybody, and thank you for your presentation that I consider that has been very, very well structured and with the time and the different ideas very, very well exposed. But I have some doubts about the idea that you developed in your presentation. First, are you considering the use of this application of TIC technology for the athletes and sport people, professional sport people, only for young people, or to start for young people, or to develop the physical activity, or it's a real tool to develop skills in the professional sport? This is my first question. And the second one is how we consider the following of the athletes. That means these kind of tools, when we try to use in the real life in our club, for instance, we have some little pieces like this, but our concern or our difficulty is how we are able to follow the development of our athletes. And this is a concern for us, because the motivation and when you share the space with other people who practice the same sports, we consider that it's easier to develop and to increase the skills. When you are alone, it's quite difficult to compare and to follow the program, as you know. Well, I don't know, you have some ideas about enter in deep in your approach to the business. How is your answer to these questions?
Can I tackle the first part, and then I'll leave the team to...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the technology today is very mature when it comes to the connectivity. So 5G, now soon we'll be on 6G. So the connectivity, it helps us, be as real as possible. So technology is enable us. To AI, when and young athlete, not professional athlete, our solution is on the cloud. So when we capture the data of the young athlete, based on the data, based on the program we have, we can build a roadmap for him, throughout our solution. So we capture all the data from all the ages, from all the athletes, from all the sport. So the technology today, in combination with connectivity, robust connectivity, network, cloud, and AI, it makes it as close, as real as possible, to have it as real as the life scenario. This is the on the technology and the part. And if anyone wants to add anything on this point from the team.
Thank you, Osman.
Yes, I would like to add the part, the target is indeed young athletes and not the professional. Due to the marketing analysis that we did, VR is already implemented or incorporated with professional teams. Like after COVID, they used it for training and stuff, and that's why we want to make it accessible and available not only for the professional teams who has the financial, like the fundings to be able to implement it in their training session, but especially for the kids and the ones that are in less, how do you say, that has less finances, to be able to also profit from this training tool, so they can learn. It's more based on the technical part of the sport training aspect, like how you stand, how you move, to make their technical strategies better so they can perform better. So, and like Otman said, with the performance, we will be having ongoing measurement about them.
Yeah.
About the strategies and also the technical strategies, and also how they perform during like competencies and games, real life games.
And the last point from my side, the e-gaming. You guys all know that the e-gaming industry is growing due to this. It's multi-billion-dollar now, and this e-gaming now also is using almost the same technology in virtual reality. Just to show you how mature is the industry now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
to
guys.
all the team.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ricardo, please.
Okay. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, thank you very much for your project and your presentation. And congrats, everybody, Otman, Domenico, Susi, Catherine, and Anne. The structure of your project is clear and comprehensive, so congrats for that. The market analysis, as well as the SWOT, the PESTEL. I like the strategy you propose in the financial plan for obtaining funds through grants and partnership. I think your project is an innovative proposal with high potential for social sports impact, combining advanced technology. So I think it's a good idea. And I have to congratulate you because you are proposing a non-profit model to offer elite sports to young athletes from all over the world. So especially those with limited resources. When we often miss this part in this kind of projects, the social part that I'm really focused on it with Real Madrid Foundation. So really congrats for that. In the other hand, I might miss a bit more specify when it comes to specify your company competitive advantage in compare with another competitors. So in relation with this, I would like to ask you my question. My question is, what is virtual athletes' strongest differentiating factor or added value in compare with another competitors that are working in the same sector, like Steve or Red Seal that you mentioned in your project?
I'm happy to take that one on. Well, there's a few key business differentiations. One is we're not for profit. All of our competitors are a for-profit business model. And we have found that our competitors are also focusing on professional athletes. One competitor focused on the NHL, one focused on the NFL. And we are focusing on children and growing children in different markets. Maybe there's a young child in Africa that's interested in learning about snowboarding, or another child in a completely different part of the world that doesn't have access to baseball, that's interested in baseball. This broadens that vision to allow children to explore different sports models that they wouldn't, or sports that they wouldn't have exposure to. And we have found that this is a huge differentiator for us, and also being a not-for-profit, the way we've structured the company.
Yes, and I want to add to it, moreover, is also what we aim to target with the training. Because if you look at Resil, it focuses a lot on mental training, the mental part, and also agility. Stuyvr also agility trainings, like performance, like speed and stuff. And we're going to focus much more on the technique, how you do the sports technique that are related to the sports you're performing. So if it's baseball, how do you stand? How do you bat? How do you pitch? How's your arm, etc.? So that is more focused on the technique, literally the technique, than the others do more the agility part. So that's a key differentiating point that we target different aspect.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
We're running out of time, so we finish here. Congratulations on your project, guys. Then we will have your grades and feedback as well in approximately a week, guys. Okay. So I will send you by email. And that's all. Just let me remind you the importance of the certification survey. Okay, completing the certification survey that you have on Canvas, please. If you don't do so yet, complete it. It is possible right now because it only takes you 2 minutes. Okay, we truly appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much. We go ahead with the next group. See you whenever you like, whenever you need. Feel free to send me an email. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a nice day.
Bye bye, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
So we
Thank you.
continue with the next group. This master thesis is called EcoRun. Manal, Abdullah, Konstantin, Dusan, and Nasser. Hello, guys. We are going to start with your presentation, okay? Let me introduce you to the panel, okay? Today we have with us José Luis Ruiz Espósito is the co-director of this executive MBA and the corporate general director of Real Madrid. As well as Diego Garcia is a professor and director of the Sport Law Department at Ontier, and Ricardo Galeano is professor and staff from Real Madrid Foundation. Okay, the three of them are going to grade your presentation and your writing work. Okay, guys, I remind you that you will have about 10-15 minutes for the presentation, okay? No worries. And after your presentation is going to be a turn of Q&A time, okay? A question from the panel. I encourage you to participate during the defense and the question as well, okay, guys? First of all, we need you to share your passport to the webcam. If you Abdullah, can you stop the presentation, please? First, because it's not. Yes? Okay. Let's start. Starting with Manal, for example. Closer, I think. Yes. Well, no worries, Manal. I can see it. That's okay. That's okay. Konstantin, please. Okay. Abdullah. Thank you. Dusan, please. Okay, and the last one is Ahmed, but I can see you because your webcam is out. I think is off.
I think it's
Manal,
not.
Abdullah, Konstantin, Dusan, Nasser. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nasser. Okay, Nasser. Yeah, go ahead. That's okay, Nasser. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. Now is your turn. You have about 10-15 minutes for this presentation. Go ahead, guys. Thank you, Abdullah. And
Hello,
turn on your
everyone.
mics. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Go
Hello,
ahead.
everyone. Today we'll be speaking about our master thesis, which is EcoRun. First of all, I would like to introduce you to our team member. We are a 5 team member that come from different countries, Dusan, Konstantin, Abdullah, Nasser, and I. Now I will be speaking about our brand. EcoRun is a sustainable brand that focuses on event management services. So we're trying to provide a service that has a good impact on our environment. Our core message is to deliver the best service for any company. However, we take in consideration that these service should be having a good impact on our environment as well. As you could see from our logo, we have 3 different colors. Blue representing earth and reliability, green representing friendliness and ecological concern, whereas the black having the natural look that accommodate with EcoRun status. Now I will want to speak about more about our approach. We went through different phases from market research till the implementation plan. Let's start speaking about the market research more. We had a survey that has a 21 question. We got about 70 responses from different regions across the world. Europe was the main responses that we get from. And we did a desktop research as well to support our survey. And we found that we have different competitors in Europe, specifically Swedish, UK, and different type of region. They're offering different type of services. As you could see, they could provide a carbon offset programs, consultation services, or even they're using a reusable materials, or even a waste management system. Now we will be moving to the business model.
I'm gonna talk about our key activities. We organize and manage events focused on sustainable. We are always trying to get new clients who share the same values and also sponsors. We provide expert consulting on how business can integrate sustainable into their operations. Our value proposition, we are pushing for a positive environmental change through every project that we undertake. Also, we met the specific requirements of each client and we provide unique solutions. Our key resource, we offer training programs. Also, we ensure that all the materials that we use are eco-friendly. Our key partners, as my colleague Manal say, we launched the program in Germany. So the Berlin Marathon or sustainable brands like Adidas are fundamental for us and sport organizations as well. Thank you.
For customer relations, we will maintain that through offering personalized consultancy to event organizers before, during, and after the events. Also, we will focus on building long-term partnerships with our clients through transparent communication and continuous improvement. For our customer segments, we have our primary customers, event organizers, corporate sponsors, we have government organizations and nonprofit organizations. And for the secondary segments, we have the individual participants in races and sports. For channels, we will use direct relationships with our customers. Also, we will utilize social media and digital marketing, and we will build partnerships with potential customers through offering workshops and awareness campaigns for sustainability in public events. And lastly, of course, driving sales through our website. Our costs come from loans and financing. We have marketing costs, staff training costs, digital systems costs, and also the cost for logistics for events. Our revenues will mainly come from service fees for event management and service fees for consultancy services. Also, it will come from sponsorships, and lastly, from the sales of our sustainable products.
For our strategy and financial plan, we try to be very safe in our approach. So we have an MVP approach, minimum viable product, where maybe on the left side of the screen, you could see the target market. We're targeting Europe from year 1 to year 2, and really focusing on Germany in year 1 as a pilot run. And as we enter year 3, we're looking around our global presence, but also year 3 and year 4, we're looking very, a very conservative approach into that. The expected market share that we look at is around 6 billion as a market cap, and we're looking year 1 to year 3 around 0.1 to 0.2% of that market, which bring it around 11.3, given our investment that is going to come, which I will cover in a few minutes. Then we're looking around year 5, between 1 to 1.5, being also very conservative, is around 60 million to 90 million, the best case scenario. And even we took that to a very ambitious scenario at about 3% market share if our plan works fine. From an event perspective, we looked at year 1 as a pilot run. We're looking at Berlin Marathon. Also a Germany kind of pilot, or around 3 to 5 events. Year 2, we're looking around double that, events 8 to 10. And as we expand, we wanted to be very conservative. So we wanted to add 2 or 3 different events that we're managing, but the size of the events is going to be a little bit bigger. Then year 4 also looking at that, we're expanding gradually. Where year 5, we build our all of infrastructure, we're trying to fly from there. The revenue and growth forecast, as you can see, the investment that we need is kind of a steady and low risk investment from year 1 to year 5 from 2.1 million to 5.5 million across the years. But also our revenue is expected. Our simulation, we run it around 2 million and double that in year 2 to 4, then 5.3. Then around year 4, we're expanding with our global expansion to 12 million to then reach the 60 million. We're reaching our break-even target is around the year end of 3 or beginning of year 4.
Hello. At Ecoron, we're not just want to offer a sustainable event solution. We want to build a movement that transform how sports events are managed. And for this movement, firstly, we need to know people and that they especially know about us, trust us, and actively choose us. This is why we developed the strategic marketing plan, which is built on 5 key pillars. First, we have the social media engagement. We want to actively connect with athletes and event organizers and sponsors on Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok. Also, we want to launch initiatives like our #EcoRun challenge to encourage runners and organizers to showcase their sustainable race practices. Our goal thereby is to transform our audience into brand ambassadors, which should reinforce EcoRun's community-driven identity. Second, we have the content marketing. We are committed to educate and guide event organizers through case studies and sustainability reports, and therefore we want to demonstrate how sustainability reduces the costs, attracts sponsors, and also can enhance reputation. We want to position Ecoron as an obvious choice for forward-thinking event organizers. Third, the influential collaborations. For us, it is important to understand that people trust people and not just companies. Therefore, we will collaborate with Hendrik Pfeiffer, who is a top marathon runner and sustainability advocate. His influence in the endurance sports community aligns perfectly with our mission. This collaboration, whether through awareness campaigns, ambassador roles, or shared initiatives, can and will help amplify our message and strengthen credibility. Fourth, we have the event sponsorships. We are not just talking about sustainability, we want to put it into action. And therefore, we are going to sponsor carbon neutral start zones at major events like the Berlin Marathon, as mentioned earlier. And this will provide real world activations, which demonstrates measurable impact and increase high visibility exposure. Finally, we have the email marketing and the direct outreach. Through targeted campaigns and our Ecoron Insider newsletter, we want to maintain direct engagement with event organizers and sponsors, because that will ensure Ecoron remains top of mind when they choose sustainability or want to choose sustainability solutions. By combining all of those aspects, we are positioning Ecoron as more than just the service provider we are. We want to become the trusted partner for the sustainable sports event management.
Now for our risk management plan, and really knowing the market or any startup will not go without challenges. So we took into mind what could we face. We looked at the horizon of our strategy of 4 years. Year 1 is going to be kind of very safe on pilot run. We're looking at when we expand a bit from year 2 on, we looked at around, market saturation, or if we have any competitive pressure from our peers. We're looking around customers because we have doubled the growth in year 2, but if we don't retain or we get back our customers, this is something we need to have a plan around. Our technology issues, and then the perception and the brand reputation. To look at that, we kind of put a couple of solutions to mitigate around creating partnerships for the competitive pressure, or having a customer loyalty programs for our customer retention, having training programs and awareness for our technology, and have a more friendly user interface technology solutions. And then around public perceptions, where we're looking around the crisis communication plan or independent parties to come and help. Year 3, as we're looking at global expansion, we're looking at financial constraints and regulatory, and we're looking to diversify our revenue streams, and also looking at a team for regulatory experts and legal experts to help us with the regulatory change. And then when we scale in year 4 and year 5, we're looking at some of our operational or logistics bottlenecks where we might leverage some innovative AI logistics planning, and also looking at some point in time franchising or licensing business model. We stop here at our case of EcoRun. Thank you for listening, and we will be happily answering any question.
Okay, guys, thank you for your presentation and adjusting the time. We appreciate it. We're going to start with this Q&A time. Jose Luis, if you like to start.
Yeah, why not?
Perfect.
Well, first, congratulations for your presentation, very clear. And I have some doubts just about the scope of our business. First, you are talking about runners, bicycles, etc. But I don't know exactly if when you mix the organization, you merge the organization of sport events and sustainability, you are thinking only in this kind of events, or you are thinking also in activities, for instance, that Real Madrid perform in the stadios or in different spaces. That means that the scope of the business could be higher for sure. Okay, in my first approach, probably to focus on runners and organization of these kind of activities around the world could be a little short in terms of scope, even if you want to achieve 60 or 90 million euros that you said in your presentation. It's my first comment. And the second question is, I don't have a clear approach. If you are talking only in consultancy services and also to produce sustainability products in order to use in this kind of competitions, that shirts or something like that. I don't know exactly what is the real scope. Only consultancy plus products, or what is the scope? These are my two questions for you.
I'm happy to take the second question about the approach for our company. So what the services that we will offer are, of course, there's the consultancy part for event organizers to make their events more sustainable, waste management, carbon offsets, reporting, etc. And also then, as we expand, we will offer an A to Z solution to events, so organizing the event fully. When it comes to the products, so what we will offer is sustainable and reusable products like biodegradable race bibs, reusable water bottles or water cups, recyclable material. I hope that I made it clear.
And I can take the first question, Jose. Yes, the business model, we built it on the running, triathlon, cycling community because we felt as a mass events that happens across, there is also focus on the participant on sustainability. Because most of when we run the survey, we also saw some of the participants looking to really go to this because of the environmental and health and sustainability using these products. So that's why we targeted and focused our proposition on this sports industry.
Also, I would like to add something to the first question. Our initial business model prioritizes endurance events because they are logistically a little bit simpler and have a clear need for sustainability solutions. And also, we can provide a rapid proof of concept and have the opportunity to change something in a shorter time. However, we are open to expand approaches and once we establish our market position as well.
Clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Now the turn is for Ricardo.
Hi, guys. First of all, thank you very much for your presentation, and your project was really clear. Just congratulations, and I really like to. I think that the project is an innovation, but you will have competitors for sure. And I think it's a good idea to have a eco-friendly practice through the advanced technology and consulter strategies, which is very relevant in today's world. In your market analysis, you saw a growing demand for sustainable events with an annual growth rate of I think was between 1 and 1.5 in your 5 year. That is really, really good. With the data from your financial plan, if you make it real, there is no doubt that EcoRun is securing a stable financial base and potential for expansion. So just try to make it real, and you will have a good results. But I have a question for you guys, mainly based on my lack of knowledge in this case. Now imagine I have a sport company and I want to work with you. How will EcoRun measure and demonstrate the positive environmental impact of this event, of an event that we can work together to convince me to hire you to attract new clients or establish strategy partnerships? I think this is the point. How can you demonstrate that positive environmental impact in the events that you propose? Which are the points that demonstrate it?
Okay, I can take that again. Thank you so much, Ricardo, for your comments, and definitely looking at this, we actually have the value proposition. Our competitors providing very similar services. What we try to focus on is the experience, because our model is B2B and sometimes it's B2C, but mainly it's B2B. And we are also looking at the experience of our clients, where we wanted to have specific solutions customized for our clients. Now, looking around the sustainability, how can we measure? I think one of the proposition that we have in our also key activities and services that we can provide is the event performance management during and post event. I think most of the events that we saw during the survey and our market research look around how can we actually make sustainable products, but it does not go into what materials could be used. For example, is the cycling company having sustainable material to create the tools that the competitors or participants use? Do you have actually a clear measurements plan or KPI plan to really measure the impacts that you created after that from waste, from sponsorship and traction created after that? So we try to capitalize onto these gaps that we found in the market. And we also, one of the things we wanted to do is also partnership. So we said we wanted to really be working kind of all team or kind of sponsorship and partnership model, where we not only promote our brand, but also promote the brand of our clients and our partners as well.
Mm-hmm. Did you plan analysis or a project where you can find our results before and after work with you, based on this point of demonstrate the positive environmental?
Yeah, I think we tried to run some simulation of the Berlin Marathon from our side. I don't know if you, Constant, can give a hint on that. But I think we did try to cover this point.
Yes, I can take on with the question. And for example, a standard marathon, as the Berlin Marathon produces up to 750 grams of carbon dioxide per participant, and through our comprehensive sustainability audit, which we do before the event, we want to reduce the carbon footprint by calculating them, and also want to introduce new waste management baselines. And therefore we could reduce it for the first event by a quarter, and then we want, through the partnerships we are going to do with the Berlin Marathon, we want to reduce it every time a little bit more. And in the simulations, the results were positive, but I only could simulate it like not in a real time investment. I only have to have the online version. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. And just a quick question, please, Diego, if you can.
Related to, well, congrats for the job and the project. Related to your services, event management and consulting, I miss it so much to talk about sustainability only, not only from the environmental perspective. I don't know if you are talking or thinking about to work in governance on social dimension, the rest of the dimensions in sustainability concept, only no more.
Guys, anyone can answer?
Yes, I can take that. Thank you for your question. We understand it. The question is, why don't we consider working in the governance of sustainability?
Yes, not only environment. Yes, if you in among your services, event management or consulting, along your project, I have seen you are very focused in environment. My question is, if you have considered to work to offer services also in the other dimensions, in this case in social and governance, sustainability dimensions.
Yes. So far, the business plan that we created focuses on events. So what we will be focusing on is sustainability for events and events organizers, and all of the activities that associate with events, and not necessarily the governance of sustainability. We will try to follow the standards for sustainability worldwide, and focus on having certified sustainable business.
Yeah, I think I can add also, because this is honestly very interesting intake, as we had also as part of our customer segments, government and regulators. We can definitely looking at probably expanding. This is honestly a great idea that we did not, put in our mind, but really thank you for that. We can definitely look at that, but actually maybe our flexible model from consulting standpoint can help us to really look for other revenue streams within the consulting services, providing different services to different customer segments. That is well noted. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Okay, we finish here with your presentation. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your project. As I told you, I will send you the grades, okay, in a week more or less, and the feedback as well from the panel. Let me remind you to fill out the satisfaction survey, just in case you didn't do, okay? Because it takes just 2 minutes. If you can go to Canvas platform and take 2 minutes to fill it. Thank you, guys. We continue with the next group. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, we continue with the next project that is called Next Gen Esports. Hello, guys. How are you doing? Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Okay, we are
Good
going to
afternoon.
start with, first of all, let me introduce you to the panel, okay? Today we are, José Luis Ruiz Espósito is the co-director of this program and the corporate general director of the Real Madrid. Ricardo Galeano is a professor and staff from Real Madrid Foundation, and Diego Garcia is another professor and director of the sport law department at Ontier. Guys, remember that you will have about 10-15 minutes for the presentation, then a Q&A time. Okay, guys, please, you have to participate, all of you, during this time. And first of all, we are going to start with show the passport, okay, or the ID to the webcam, okay, because we are recording the session. Let's start, for example, with Ayman, if you like. Closer, please.
Let me fix the.
Yeah. Maybe it's because.
Yeah.
Ahmed Moulin, if you like, okay. Meanwhile. Perfect. Ahmed Fat. Perfect. Ahmed Hassan. Okay. Perfect. Sounds good. Reda, please. Okay. Ayman Shami. Thank you. And Sharif. Not too close. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. So we were going to start. Remember that you can share your screen or directly the presentation if you like. It's okay. One of you.
Yeah, I'll share the screen.
Thank you, Sharif. And now you have about 10-15 minutes. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, can you see the screen? All good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for taking the time today to listen to our presentation. We will be presenting to you our business idea, which we have been working on for the past few months, which is Next Gen Esports, the first talent detection, development, and management agency in the MENA region. But before diving deeper into the presentation, it's worth mentioning, worth introducing the team, since we are all from the MENA region, so there's a deep connection with the idea because we understand the culture, we understand the market, and we have also very good connections in there. So moving forward, Next Gen Esports, our vision is to become the premier talent development agency in the MENA region, leveraging AI, professional coaching, and mental conditioning to nurture emerging players and build a thriving esports ecosystem. And all of this will be aligned to Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 and also their esports strategy, which they launched in 2022, that aims to position Saudi Arabia as a global esports hub. So you might be questioning, why did we decide to go into esports and why did we decide the MENA region? And the reason is, it's because esports is the next big thing and the numbers prove that. So let me walk you through a few numbers related to the MENA region as a whole and also into Saudi Arabia in specific. So the MENA region's market is expected to generate $6 billion in revenue in 2026, and Saudi Arabia is expected to account to 50% of that. So given that Saudi Arabia is considered to be the biggest esports market in the MENA region, this will be our main focus in the beginning. So in terms of the Saudi market, it's a very fertile market that has massive growth opportunities because they have over 23 million gamers. And from a demographics perspective, 60% of the population are under the age of 35. So it's the new generation who are into esports and into gaming, and those will be our main target audience. And in terms of the Saudi Arabia's esports strategy, that they outlined that in 2030, they expect that esports will contribute approximately $13 billion to GDP and create 39,000 jobs. And they also outlined 86 initiatives, which they will be working with public and private sector in order to achieve their vision by 2030. So all these numbers show that there's huge opportunity in the market, and we want to be part of this growth to contribute to Saudi Arabia's and the MENA region's growth in esports. And in terms of the competitive landscape, we decided to differentiate ourselves from other market players. There are many agencies locally in the MENA region and also globally who specialize in player or esports player management and hosting events and tournaments, but none of them have grassroots development at their core, which is going to be our unique selling point and will help us differentiate in the market that is growing a lot in the MENA region. So this is a high-level introduction into who the players are and the market in general. Now I will hand over to Rida to go through our marketing plan. I think you're on mute, maybe.
Rida, you are muted.
Yeah, Rida, you are mute.
Yeah, maybe he has some audio issues.
Meanwhile, can any one of you continue?
we can go through the operations and then go back to marketing until Rida sorts out his issues. So Ahmed, you're mute, Ahmed.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So NextGen is a state-of-the-art esports facility located namely in Riyadh, Qiddiya city, Saudi Arabia, covering 1,000 square meters, roofed with solar panels to help improve with energy efficiency. As a LEED certified space, it is designed to foster esports talent through its gaming area, training rooms, player lounges, and more. It also includes essential amenities such as a physical fitness zone, a mental health and a recovery room, admin offices, cafeteria, and more. To support our operations, we have partnerships with local hardware suppliers, facility management teams, and food and beverage providers. These collaborations ensure high-quality infrastructure and services for players and staff while leveraging local expertise to contribute to the region's growing esports ecosystem. But having the right infrastructure and services is just one part of the equation. Developing top-tier esports talent is the next crucial step. Our approach to talent management is comprehensive, covering 4 key areas: talent identification and recruitment, player development, career management, and strategic partnerships. We aim to build a sustainable pipeline for esports talent by providing structured player development plans and career branding support. Retaining talent is equally important, ensuring that players have long-term career prospects within the industry. With this structured approach in mind, let's walk through the roadmap of how we bring this vision to life, from facility development to full-scale operations. The NextGen facility will be developed in 3 phases over the course of 1 year. The first 3 months will focus on finalizing construction, installing gaming stations, and implementing sustainability measures. In months 4 to 6, we will launch scouting campaigns and begin training sessions. And by months 7 to 12, we will plan to host our first major tournament while assessing and refining operational efficiency. While this roadmap lays the foundation in Riyadh, our ambition to go beyond a single location. Let's talk about our plans for regional expansion. Our vision extends beyond Saudi Arabia, with plans to extend into the UAE and Egypt, namely the MENA 3. In the first 5 years, we will establish and strengthen our presence in Saudi Arabia. Then from years 6 to 8, we will enter the UAE market, followed by Egypt in years 8 to 9. This phased approach will allow us to adapt and refine our model before scaling regionally. With expansion comes a need for clear performance metrics. Let's now discuss how we measure our success. To measure our success, we focus on our 4 key performance areas. First, facility usage rate. Our target is 80% occupancy, tracked through daily attendance and bookings. Second, player development and retention. We aim to retain 70% of our recruited players while monitoring engagement levels. Third are the sponsorship acquisitions. Our goal is to secure at least 3 major brand partnerships and track revenue growth. Lastly is evaluation tools, biometric tracking,
financial audits, and performance analytics dashboard will ensure data-driven decision-making. With a solid facility, strong partnership, a structured talent development plan, and clear success metrics, NextGen is set to redefine the esports landscape in the region. The future of competitive gaming starts here. Now I'll move the floor to my colleague Ayman to talk about the HR.
Thank you, Ahmad. Now that we've explored the topic of operation, let's dive into what it really takes to build a strong foundation for the success of an esport organization. As any winning team, a thriving organization needs a strong structure to be built behind the scenes. In NextGen, we decided to clearly define our leadership roles, which ensures our strategic alignment, and it boosts our operational efficiency. Our HR policies, they are well designed in order to attract and retain esports talents, emphasizing on continuous development and learning through employee engagement and robust training programs. Embracing diversity and inclusion also enriches our creativity and the collaboration, and with the adherence with the labor laws of the KSA and the MENA region, this will create stability and compliance. And finally, we will track our performance through structured KPIs to ensure our organizational efficiency. Now, of course, building a strong foundation is only the beginning. In order to have a long-term plan, a success plan, we need an effective and a strong HR framework. Our approach focuses on the leadership, strategic leadership and governance with a clear roles, executive roles such as CEO, CFO, CHRO, etc. And we innovate in our recruitment mechanism through AI-driven scouting and proactive partnership with universities and clubs in order to attract and recruit talents. This is our commitment will not stop at this level. We will go beyond that with always seeking for our team's growth development through training, coaching, and soft skills management. At the same time, we will prioritize the retention and motivation through performance-based incentives. And this, at the same time, will always make sure that our HR compliance efforts will keep us aligned with the standards and the regulations, where diversity and inclusion and the mental health initiatives will create a supportive work environment. Now, implementing a solid HR framework is crucial, but at the same time, how can we know that it will make an impact? So success is not always putting things into motion, but we have to track our progress. So we, in NextGen, we believe that evaluating the HR framework is critical, and we will measure the success through structured KPIs, such as employee engagement scores, talent retention rates, and the effectiveness of our training programs. As well, we will conduct continuous HR audits and compliance checks in order to stay aligned. Even performance reviews coupled with a real-time employee feedback surveys, it will help us to refine our practices, and using these data insights will help us to stay adaptable and continuously growing, and ensuring that our HR strategies is always dynamic and effective and competitive. Thank you so much. I will leave my colleague Ahmad Hassan to cover the marketing.
Yeah, sorry from the mistake. So let's talk about our marketing strategy. So our goal is simple: to become the top esports talent agency in MENA by gaining visibility through a tournament and tryout. While also we want to create a high quality media content that engages our fans, our talent players, and also the sponsors. So we need a strong advertising strategy and presence in the esports system. That our approach is built on 4 main pillars. The first one will be the strategic advertising. We will run paid ad campaigns on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our tournament presence, we want to organize a lot of tournament and sponsor tournament that giving us direct access to emerging talent. Hosting competition will not only help us to scout new players, but also increase our visibility with sponsors. We'll also want to host live tryout, both in person at our facilities, but also online via Twitch and Discord. Finally, we want also to collaborate with major export events like Gamer 8, university, and government-backed initiatives into a wide network of talent and gain credibility in the industry. But beyond all of this strategy, we will create a powerful content to engage the community and showcase our players and attract also industry attention. So we want to create a series that's called 24 Hour with the Pro. This is a behind the scenes series showing the lifestyle of a professional player from their training routine to their lifestyle. Also, we want to create a documentary, Noob to Pro. We will focus on selected amateur players from the moment they join our agency to the moment they reach to the professional level. Finally, we want also to create esport podcast interviews. We will host weekly podcasts featuring pro players, coaches, and industry experts that will discuss about strategic, mental preparation, and esport career. So all this approach will allow us to attract talent, attract sponsors, engage our community, and establish next-gen esport as a leader in the MENA esport scene.
So I'll take the floor from there for the feasibility study that has been done, that has been mentioned by my colleagues. So for the investment and the revenue generation, for investments, we have two streams for the first 3 years for the collaboration from the Ministry of Sport. We are targeting around $3 million, $1 million each year. And the fourth and the fifth year will be for a venture capital structure, which 2 million, also $1 million per year. Giving us a total of $5 million in investments. And this will be coupled with our revenue streams that will be kicked off as we initiate the project. The main revenue streams are on the left, as you can see, are the sponsorships, club services, and mainly the regional national tournaments, as it will be attracting talent and will be also evaluating the prospects that we see. And on the right are the revenue streams that will help us not only grow, but also to have a strong brand and a strong name within the region, which includes esports development services within clubs and federations, boot camps, and the esports academy. And you could see from the revenue streams we have, we start off with the 60K, but by year 7, we'll have around $2.7 million revenue generated from these 6 revenue streams. Going to the next evaluation, we see the expenses. So we saw the revenue, so we're looking at the expenses. So our 2 main expenses can be broken down in payroll because of the team and the players, and operating expenses from administration, facilities, transportation. Saudi Arabia is a big country, so moving around within the country, and the miscellaneous costs from food, from other services that needs to operate our business. And from here, we could see within year 7, our expenses are 1.1 million. So we have the jump going to the Emirates, and by year 8, so we have a cutoff here at year 7, but by year 8, the expenses when going into Egypt and doing the MENA 3, as mentioned by my colleague. So here is a quick base case evaluation showing that we make a profit by year 6, and the big jump in year 7 by entering the other market. But at the same time, all the revenue streams are providing a return on investment and are healthy. So this is from the base case. So when we evaluate the contingency plan for our pessimistic case, in our vision, we see there's 2 main pessimistic situations, which is the bank loan if we don't get the support from the ministry, and the other one we could see is if we develop our players, we end up losing our talented players to other organizations. So therefore, we found that we created the program to we create a talented player more or less in a 3-year cycle, and how we survive through that. And the bank loan, as shown, we will be paying the bank loan payments within a yearly basis. And here we could see from the graph that we do break even towards the end of year 6, just before the start of year 6, meaning that instead of breaking even in year 5, turning a profit by year 6, we break even by year 6 and turning a profit in year 7. So on that note, this is the feasibility plan that we have for the next gen. So we'll open the floor to you guys if you have any questions on our plan, business, and project.
Thank you, guys. Reda, I don't know if you can solve your problems.
Yeah. Sorry for this
Okay.
problem. Sorry for
Okay,
this.
no worries. You can answer the question. Okay. For example, Diego, please.
Yes,
Can you
thanks,
start?
Pablo. Yes, thanks, Pablo. Congrats for the job, for the project. I am impressed with this project. It's amazing. The presentation, it was amazing. Congrats. I have a question related to the information that you have shared with us in maybe in the first on the second slide. 48% of the gamers are females. My question is related to this because you know it is not the first region where identify problems in order to engage women or to develop the women talent in esports sector for several factors. No? For example, they are not good predisposition to play shooters games or video games or something like this. Now, this is my question. No? If you have considered any plan, a specific plan to promote or to encourage the women talent, the gamers women talent, in order to achieve these women reach the professional leagues or something like this, to play in professional leagues. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you I can take this one. Thank you for the question. And we actually, it's one of the opportunities we identified in our document as well in terms of women gamers. As you said, we have 47% of gamers in Saudi Arabia are women, which present a huge opportunity. But at the same time, given the cultural differences between like Europe and then the Middle East, I think there might be a challenge there. But what we will try doing is already the Saudi in sports, they're investing heavily in women's sports. It's one of the fastest growing sectors in sports, and when we complement that with what we're doing, when you're part of a government plan and the government is promoting women's sports, then we will be following that and working towards offering them the opportunities, hosting women-only tournaments where they actually get to present their skills, present their talent, and then we will scout and find like the best talent and sponsor them to give them an opportunity. And then when you have successful women gamers, this will push other gamers who are still young and they still maybe haven't considered it, but then when they see their support and when they see that other organizations are supporting women, that will encourage them as well to participate and to be part of that growth. So this will build up over the years a good base and then a really good women esports ecosystem in the kingdom and also across the MENA region.
Perfect.
I want to add one point. In our HR framework, one of our key goals is the diversity and inclusion, where we, as a next gen, we are committed to create a diverse and inclusive work environment to be like and to ensure equal opportunities to all employees and the players, and providing all the players and all the employees the same care and the same development and a plan. We will try to manage this point.
Thanks. I am very happy with your answer. No more.
Thank you. Next, Jose Luis, for example, please.
Yeah.
Do you have any question?
Yeah, I have two concrete questions. One is related to the business model that is implicit in your presentation. Let me say, when you talk about the talent development agency, I'm not so sure if you are talking about a specific ecosystem when you can put together all the talent that you identify in the market and you are working for third parties and your income is just the fee that you obtain developing this talent, or you are thinking to invest in people and to invest to develop the talent and then to offer this talent to the sports teams, for instance. I don't know exactly what is the approach. I repeat, yes, one option is I obtain a fee developing the talent for third parties, or to invest in developing, as Real Madrid said, I am developing talent for our teams or just to sell in the market for other teams. Okay, but I don't know exactly if it's a school or it's like an ecosystem to develop the talent, or it's just an investment in people from your side. This is more or less my question. And the other is, are you thinking in a specific sports? Because to try to develop in general talent is quite complex. You identified perfectly the markets, you identified perfectly the periods or the time, but I don't know if you need to look for a specific scope when you are talking about the sports in general.
I mean, I could take the second question quickly and then Ahmed can jump in on the first one. So for the second one, I mean, there are many games in esports, but we identified the top 3, which are the biggest in the region. So the first one is Fortnite, and then there's PUBG, and then there's FIFA, which is a football game. So those will be our main focus in the beginning. So to get talent for that, and then we'll expand to other games based on how the market moves. So now hand over to Ahmed.
Yeah, so to answer your first question, basically it's kind of like we're gonna start. What we're gonna do is we're not gonna take other people or other players and develop them in house. What we're gonna do is we're gonna recruit players, and then we're gonna develop them in house and make them as a brand. And then from there, we're gonna do partnerships and sponsorships and whatnot. And this is where we take our part, or the commission part. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, then long term, I think we will maybe develop our own team as well. If we get to a point where we're big enough, we'll have our own team. So we'll keep the talent in-house as well. So we recruit them, develop them, and then they're part of our team. They compete in tournaments. So it's like both sides. In the beginning, it's more of developing and then getting commissions when they sign for other teams. And then
this was the sense of my question, because in terms of maturity, it's clear that the period is absolutely different, one model at each other. Okay.
I want to add small sentence. Our business is not just for players. It includes player boot camps, sponsorships, and streaming and merchandise.
Okay. Understood.
Thank you, guys. And Ricardo, do you have any comment for them?
Yes, really quickly. First of all, thank you very much and congrats. I'm completely agree with my colleague Diego. It's an amazing project. Not only for because of the structure of your project, but also for the design and your presentation and the participation on it. I really like your idea. I think a video game is constantly growing. You said before, 23 million gamers. That's is an incredible fact. I think your project is well structured, and you have an idea with a strong potential to become reality. Moreover, you said in your project too that you have the support from Saudi Arabia Vision, and I think that's be able to attract both emerging players and strategy sponsors. Perhaps I miss deeper development of the social aspect of your project, and this leads to my question. It's 2 questions in one. How do you think your project will help your society, especially the most disadvantaged sectors? How are you gonna reach them? And if you think, are you gonna be able to attract or discover talent in this kind of context?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to take this one, and if anyone wants to add anything, Ahmed, go ahead, and I can add.
No, yeah, it's one thing we plan to do. Part of the regional national tournaments is actually to approach schools and universities, use their camps, use their halls. So part of our model is to have not only a rented warehouse, but to have the facilities that is mobile, that we can move. And by doing so, we can have this exposure with other students or potential talent that is willing to, let's say, interested but is not yet fully committed. And by just having the approach and the connection, that can help us to be able to really not from like a headquarters touching everybody, but going, let's say, home by home kind of approach by just going to schools and universities, and that's why we have a transportation fee that is captured based on this, to be able to, as you mentioned, to really the people that are disadvantaged, that don't have the opportunity to come, we will go to them.
Yeah, okay. Just to add something, our objective is to build a healthy ecosystem. So to answer to your question, we want that all parties will be like including in our project. We want to create opportunities for people to work for our company, so that what will generate some employees that will help us to do. We want also to give the possibility to players that want to be in the professional players, that so they have the possibility to go to this industry. So including and according to the vision of Vision 2013 Saudi Arabia, we want to be to build a healthy ecosystem for all the people.
Okay, Paulo, can I just ask one more question?
We are running out of time. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yes, because here is Manuel and the next group. So thank you, guys. Just in case, Ricardo, you know that you can fill. You need to fill the grades in the form. So if you have any question for them or any recommendation, you can put it here. Okay.
Thank you.
And guys, you can read Ricardo's comments afterwards. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We need to continue. Sorry.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, we start with the next group. That is the project is called Smart Teacher T-shirt with Davide, Simone, Dilipa, Manuel, the four of you. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Again, guys, let me explain you the process. You are going to have about 10-15 minutes. Okay, no worries. I know that we are not on time, but just 5 minutes, so it's okay. Let me introduce you to the panel. Here is Ricardo Galliano, is the professor of our graduate school and staff from Real Madrid Foundation. Diego Garcia is director of the Sport Law Department and at Ontier, and professor as well of our graduate school. And finally, José Luis Ruiz Espósito is the corporate general director of Real Madrid and the co-director of your executive MBA. Okay, they have read your writing project, and he's going to grade you this presentation. Okay, guys. We're going to have the grades in a week after finishing today. And another thing is that first of all, you have to show the ID or the passport to the webcam to record it. Okay, guys. First of all, Simone.
Sorry, I tried to take off the filter.
Yeah, if you can. Okay, Simone. Next, Manuel. That's okay, Manuel. Thank you. Dilipa, you can.
This is my passport.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you. And Davide, finally. Okay. We recorded. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Davide. Just remember that all of you need to participate in this presentation. Okay, guys. Okay, you can share your screen or the presentation, and you have the floor, guys.
Okay. Do you see?
Yes. Business proposal. Okay, Smart T-shirt.
Perfect.
Could we start, Pablo? It's fine.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, fantastic. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much to attend this call and this presentation. My name is Manuel, and I will introduce the first part, and then my colleague will take the remaining part. So we have developed a project around Smart T-shirt. So here it's our team. So we have Davide, Simone, Dilipa, and myself, right? So first thing, problem statement. So we have seen that there are some, let's say, problem, okay? So the idea is try to fix this problem, like for instance, try to prevent injury for athletes, try to help clubs and sport organizations to generate more revenues, try at the same time to enhance fans engagement. So for that, we have basically 4 goals, right? The first one is to introduce innovative solutions like camera, AA, and different kind of sensors. Then is to provide for the athletes, amateur athletes or professional athletes, real-time tracking monitoring. The idea here is to help them to improve their performance. Then the third pillar is to enhance the immersion for the fans to basically deliver a better experience. And last but not least is to promote an healthy lifestyle to basically make the sport more and more popular.
So our product is called the Smart T-shirt and is more than just sportswear, but is an innovative sport item that aims to optimize athletic performance and safety. It's actually made by sustainable materials and next-gen e-textile technology made up by microsensors that continuously track performance data as, for example, heart rate, respiratory rate, muscle oxygen saturation, etc. Then in terms of technological integration, it includes AI, that is a tool that transforms numbers and complicates data into words and this information, 5G connectivity, edge computing for real-time data transmission, and blockchain security for biometric data. My colleague is going to talk about it later, but what makes our t-shirt different from the others is basically that we provide full body biometric tracking, a customizable product in terms of sensors and styles, adapting to different needs, and the multi-sport adaptability and a huge custom support and the sustainable materials. Our Smart T-shirt creates a real social value, replying to an important question when you make a product. What do we bring to the society? Which are the actually needs from the markets? And for instance, we enhance athlete safety by preventing injuries. We improve fan experiences, bringing them closer to the game, and we promote health and fitness. And most importantly, nowadays, we have sustainable materials supporting ethical production. Now we are going to delve into the marketing and sales part. Indeed, in terms of sales, we follow a B2B sales model directly targeting clubs, federation, and sports organization, and we focus on direct partnership with them. And secondly, to accelerate the penetration inside the marketing, we establish exclusive agreements with leagues and governing bodies, ensuring brand credibility. And to conclude our sales strategy and creating a brand loyalty, we provide a huge and long-term relationship with the support to our customers. For the marketing side, the main goal is to build visibility, credibility, and excitement among the teams, athletes, and fans. With 3 steps. First one, partnering with elite sports organization and research institution to validate basically our product. We leverage influencer marketing, collaborating with coaches, influencer, in order to amplify the message within the sports community. And finally, to ensure a global reach and maintain a strong digital presence, we will have a social media campaigns with different type of social media. Then I will provide an overview about the pricing plan with a quick overview of our packages that we have 3 tailored packages for 3 different needs. We basically start from the basic package called Performance, price at 475 per shirt, that offers the most essential performance metric. And then we have the middle one called Elite that provide all the tier 1 plus other features as AI, injury reduction, and advanced analytics. And then to conclude, we have the top tier called Championship package, price at 1,250 plus the 20K annual subscription that differentiates from the previous one due the close relationship that we provide with the customized support from our technical and sport scientist team.
Manuel, you're muted.
Sorry, we're going to jump now in the strategy and market research. So basically, to deliver good numbers and reach out our goals, we have decided to divide our plan in 4 steps. So currently we have more or less in the first step or in the previous stage. So year 1, what we want here is to finalize the prototype, make different tents, and make sure that we have and we deliver great experience to the fans and we get good numbers. The second year, basically, which is the second step, is to launch the t-shirt. The third step, year 3 or year 4, more or less, is to expand our business into Europe and Asia. And the last step in year 5 is to introduce the camera and more AI technology in the t-shirt. So during our market research, what we have seen is this market is growing year over year. So basically in 2025, expectation is around 1.5 billion. In 2032, we expect to get a revenue, global revenue worldwide around 11 billion. So you can see this is a steady growth. And here, basically, the main market is United States, which represents more or less 50% worldwide. For this reason, you can move on. Yeah, perfect. So for this reason, we have decided to install our headquarters in California and start from California, United States. The reason is we have different reasons for that. The first one is because California is one of the richest states in the United States, so we will make sure that we have in front of us, people able to purchase our smart t-shirt. Then we have also Silicon Valley and many tech companies installed in this state. So for us, it's a great opportunity because we have the opportunity in the future to create collaboration with them and help us to improve our solution just in case we want to move forward. And last but not least, which is clear that in California, in the state, sports is a way of life. So basically, many people practice sports in a daily basis. But we have to say that we have decided to focus in NFL. The reason for that is not only because NFL is an extremely practiced sport in the United States, it's also because NFL has decided to introduce different technology and security to help athletes to prevent some injury. So for us, it's just the perfect sport to start because we will see here important synergy that we can create together, NFL and company. Yeah, so we have done, like Davide previously said, we have done an analysis about which competitor we have today in the market. So basically, we have decided to focus on 3 main competitors because they have different concepts, and it's interesting to see what they are today doing. So basically, Exoskin is providing a fantastic solution with many sensors, so able to provide incredible metrics, but the design is not, let's say, super new, more or less old school. But the technology is great, no matter with that. ClickShirt and Sensoria are basically doing something similar. The concept is extremely simple because basically they have a box, and inside the box you have some sensors and you click on your t-shirt. So obviously, when you do this, you can't use this solution for professional athletes, just impossible for that. So that's why our solution is fantastic because we have the capacity to have all this technology in a t-shirt without having a box on the shirt. So basically, you can move on. Yeah, perfect. So what we have done here is to, let's say, create a segmentation for the audience. So we have created 3 different audiences. The first one is amateur athletes. So why? Basically here, amateur athletes are doing sport in a daily or weekly basis. In terms of, if we talk about persona, we're talking about students, young people that basically are doing sports, aged from 20 to 30 years old, more or less. Then we have executive people. So in terms of persona, we're talking about CEO, CFO, high manager, high level. We're talking about people that they don't have too much time, for them, but they do sport to take care about their body. But people aged from, let's say, 30 years to 40, 45 years. And then we have professional athletes that basically are doing sport every day. And this kind of solution, Smart T-shirt, can provide them some metrics to improve their performance on a weekly basis.
Next, we move into the manufacturing and operations plan, which would help us bring the product and the processing to life. So our manufacturing operation plan is phased out across 3 different phases. The first one would be outsourcing. During this stage, we would reach out to renowned manufacturers in Asia and Southeast Asia and leverage on their production expertise while we as an organization focus on the core, which is design, branding, and quality control. During the second phase, we would partner with selected joint venture partners and acquire organizations that are in line with our future scaling plan, which would allow us a greater control over our supply chain and production, and will help us build the production capability as we move into phase 3, which is the in-house manufacturing. During this stage, we take full control of the end-to-end supply chain, and we strive for quality, sustainability, and reduce production cost while driving sustainable practices. So this phase-wise approach helps us balance our speed-to-market approach with a long-term operational efficiency view, while reducing risks in scaling our production over the 3 phases. To enable further, we would look at the organization structure. The organization structure would evolve across the 3 phases. So during the initial phases, more emphasis would be around the executive leadership and setting the right strategy and direction in place, together with product development and technology. As we move across phase 2 and 3, the other units such as operations and supply chain, as well as customer support, comes into play. Marketing and sales would remain a key strategic pillar when it comes to organization structure. And the human resource strategy would be based around driving the human value chain. So we would focus critically on our talent acquisition, making sure that we get the right talent into the organization, developing our capability as we move across the 3 phases from design to prototyping into manufacturing. We focus on developing the right capabilities along those phases. And thirdly, on performance management, ensuring that we produce high quality and sustainability in our processes, which is enabled by the visionary leadership set by the executive leadership, enabled further by effective communication across the organization. Looking at our legal and regulatory compliance, we would ensure that our compliance is in place to ensure that we mitigate risks and long-term success. This is across 6 dimensions. So firstly would be the industry standards. We would ensure that we align with industry standards such as FCC regulations. Secondly, health and safety standards such as ISO 10993. Data privacy and cybersecurity such as GDPR, environment and chemical safety such as California PFAS as well as DSCA, sustainable and ethical manufacturing such as GOTS, and finally intellectual property protection on patents, trademarks, and copyrights. So we would ensure that by integrating regulatory and legal compliance, we maintain sustainability and protection of intellectual property, while we mitigate risks to ensure long-term viability of our operations.
So next we're going to see the financial plan, starting from sales volume prediction from year 1 with 3,000 units to year 5 with 40,000 units we predict being sold. This is our component cost breakdown regarding the variable cost, the cost of the variable cost component, sorry. The most important part is the total per unit variable cost at $75 per unit, and our selling price, which is $200 per unit. Next, we're going to see our overall cost. The most important part is our total ground cost at the bottom, where we can see from year 1 throughout year 5, or the grand totals, the cost that we are going to encounter. Our financial structures is going to be based on 3 pillars: angel investors, which are going to be crucial for us because they provide not only capital but also experience, mentorship, and valuable industry connections. This support can be really important for a new business and significantly increase our chances of success. Short-term debt, as a company launching a smart t-shirt, this can be used for stock purchases, marketing campaigns, or even unexpected costs. In this business, unexpected expenses can happen, and we need to be prepared for them. Long-term debt, the majority of this debt will be allocated to research and development. This investment will enable us to create initial prototypes and continuously improve them until we achieve the perfect product. Next, we're going to see our break-even point analysis from year 1 to year 5. we will reach profitability in year 3 at around 85.5% of revenues, which translates to 7,600 units, until year 5 at around 47% of revenues, which translates to 11,600 units. We also took in account risk factors such as manufacturing and supply chain risks, financial and cost management risks, and low market adoption and sales volume. We are going to see all of these aspects in this contingency plan scenario. So let's say we are in year 1 and we are 6 months in, and we only sold 900 units, which is 30% of the target of 30,000 units annually. So what we're going to do is we are going to reduce operational costs, but increase marketing efforts by adjusting the manufacturing strategy, and also by increasing our marketing expenses. We are also going to boost revenue and sales by expanding new sales channels. We are going to focus more on a B2B channel, and we are going also to adopt a new subscription model for data analytics. All of these are going to be monitored by our KPIs, and by month 9, with our quarterly review, we're going to check if our sales growth target has been met, or we are going also to see if we achieved our cost reduction goals, and we're also going to be sure that we avoid a cash burn within the first 12 months. Sorry. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time, and we are open for your questions.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate your work. Well, we'll start with the question times. Ricardo, for example, because you were the last, would you like to start?
Yes, thank you, Pablo, and thank you very much for your presentation and the structure of your project. That is really good. The smart clothing market is constantly growing. I think you have a really good idea. With that combination of personalization and advanced technology that you propose in your project, I think it's a really, really good project, and I can feel right now that I need your T-shirt. So I'm gonna be next to you to have one of this T-shirt that I believe that you can do it real. I really think that it's a really successful idea. And I've got in this case 2 questions for you. I think the immersive experience through a micro camera establishes a new form of direct interaction with sporting events. And as you said, in your 5th year, I think, you plan to develop that camera in the T-shirt. And my first question is if the regulation in professional sport permit it, or if there are some sport that you analysis that cannot be successful, or you cannot do it. And my second question is related the analysis that you have done about their competitors, that you had 3 competitors, I remember, Exoxin, ClickShot, and Sensoria. Sensoria, yeah. Thank you very much. I'm not really clear which are your added value that difference your company from the competitors. That are my 2 questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Extremely clear, so I will try to answer as best as I can. After the market research we have done, for the moment, we don't see any problem concerning the camera. But what is clear is we need to, let's say, provide something which not hurt the athlete during his game. So that's why we have decided to postpone a little bit the introduction of this camera, because we want to have more experience, being sure that first our smart shot works perfectly, and have time to develop the camera, have the right technology to make it, let's say, doable. At the end of the day, what we don't want, is to have a camera that basically will create some, let's say, issue for the athlete, wearing something that basically will not be super comfortable. On the paper, for the moment, we have not seen some issue with the relation, but I will have a look and go in deep dive because maybe I have missed something. So this is an extremely good point. I appreciate your contribution here. Concerning competitors, well, basically, Exoskin is providing, technology oriented, to spatial. I know they collaborate with NSA, for instance. So definitely they have a technology that is extremely in advance compared about what we want to do. The thing is the design of their product is not, let's say, super sexy. Basically, you can't wear this jacket in a fitness room, for instance. It's not super, let's say, sexy, I would say. Concerning Sensoria and ClickShot, they have a concept which is completely different. They have decided to have a box, and inside this box, you have all the sensors, the battery, sensor, and so on. And basically, you have, no matter the shot, no matter the shot, you click on the shot, the box. And from here, the box is able to capture different metrics of your body. Obviously, in our opinion, is not, let's say, super comfortable for an athlete. So that's why our t-shirt, we have integrated everything inside the t-shirt, making sure that all the sensor and the battery does not create, a bad sensation for the athlete. That's why we have here an important added value. And then we combine this with a beautiful design, making sure that our product is appealing, the fans appealing, potential consumer, making sure that we arrive to deliver good numbers in terms of business. That's why we arrive, to combine the technology and the design, making our product extremely, at the end of the day, different and giving a value position completely different, helping basically athletes or amateur athletes to have this beautiful product, having at the same time metrics that they want to have. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah,
I was a little
better
bit long.
now.
Sorry
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Design, comfortable, technology. Okay, brilliant.
Thank you, Jose. Yeah.
Then
Jose
I don't
Luis?
know because
Okay.
Ricardo has.
Yeah, come,
I don't know if
Davide.
I know something more about the, because he made a great question about like the regulation if you wanna put a camera, because when you put a camera, you're gonna enter inside a wide regulancy in terms of data protection. So if we talk about Europe, we talk about GDPR. So, or in US, we talk about CCPA, actually the California Consumer Privacy Act, as we wanna start from there. So yes, for that we have two different ways to act, because if we talk about actually if we talk about big sports and big events, it's actually easier compared to the amateurs, because when we talk about use a camera inside a league, like let's say in MLS, NFL, is gonna be easier because the broadcasting rights is gonna be from the TV, from the TV, for example, to the league, so they can make an easier agreements, and then the other agreements can be made directly from the team that joined the league. And then, of course, we have the complaints with the data protection laws, as I said, the GDPR and CCPA. Yes, is a wide word, and actually, as I'm working in this field right now, so the safeguarding in sports, the fact that there are so much things within the world of sports. We don't have like a regulatory and actually laws directly to the sport. Yes, I think we should work on it. But as I'm working on this field right now with a project in my life, I can say that the sports actually it's pretty empty from the side of the regulation. I'm not talking only about that data, but I'm talking also about in terms of behaviors from the athletes, from, as we saw in Spain, what happened with the president after the Women World Cup. So I guess the sport nowadays is a big word, but there is an empty space related to the regulation that must be adapted to the world. So, but we should work on it. Okay.
Thank you, Davide.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, guys, we are out of time. I don't know if Jose Luis or Diego have any comments of the project.
No, just a short question. How about the use of the sensors for the body in a real competition? It's not an adulteration of the competition if we use this kind of sensors in a real time in a competition. For instance, in the football match, if the trainer know in real time what is the performance of the body of one specific player and decide to change the player, we are in front of an ethical problem for use all this technology in the real time. For sure, for training, and for sure, the use of cameras in order to improve the quality of the experience for the people who follow a spectacular in the TV, etc., is perfect. But my only concern is how is the limit when we are talking about the real competition and if we are in the process to adulterate or no the real competition with this kind of data. This is the only limit that I identify in your business. But in any case, congratulations for the presentation. It was fantastic.
Thank you. I don't know if we have briefly time to answer, but just to quickly tell you, the concept of this shirt was based on a concern. I don't know if you are aware, but a few months ago, a football player collapsed on the field in Italy, and Eduardo Bove, which was a really concern. Is actually the second case in Fiorentina's history which a player is having a heart attack or something health. So what we are planning to do is we are a little bit elastic in this sense that we are trying to make player better, enhance their performance in a training level. We still have to see what happens in a game level, but I believe that in a game, this technology can be used to prevent those kind of situations. Maybe to give this technology to the league, so they just see the parameters, so there is no advantage on both teams. If let's see someone from the league sees, oh, this player's heart rate is having an anomaly, they stop the game. We have an ambulance, we have defibrillators in the field before even the players has collapses on the field. That's our objective. That's what we hope to prevent. Like Ericsson, Eduardo Bove, we don't want children to see those kind of scenes.
Great comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, just to say one word, the limit is basically the performance. So far, we are going to limit in the training field, and what we bring to the game is actually the safety in terms of health. So,
yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything. I have called with Pablo Burillo, and he noticed me. He have needed to leave the season. Now, as a consequence, my main duty now is to say goodbye and to inform you about in a few days you will receive the news about your performance and the markets, and no more. Thanks for your body, for everybody, and thanks for everything.
Thank you very much.
Everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
Sorry,
Take care.
I need 2 minutes to go to the toilet.
Okay.
It's early.
Yes.
I come back just now.
Very important. Bye.
So thank you. Bye. Take care.
Ricardo, do you need to go to?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay, now. Next project is Agia Arena. Yes.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Perfect. We have with us Howard Miskita. Yes. Yes. Okay. Jakub Kognok.
Yes.
Yes. Joseph Kaemba.
Yes, sir.
And Katia Castañeda.
Yes.
Okay,
Me.
sorry for my pronunciation.
No, it's okay.
Now, okay, I am waiting to the Jose Luis. Now, well, I was telling with Pablo Urillo, and Pablo Urillo normally is in this kind of projects presentations, but now he needed to leave the season. As a consequence, well, you know more or less the idea to expose your project. When Jose Luis came back, we will start the presentation. But before to this, we will need to check your identity. As a consequence, we will need to, if you don't have inconvenient to show the ID card, it will be right. If you, for example, we can start with Jakub, for example, if you don't have inconvenient to show to the camera your ID. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Katia? Okay, thanks. Howard?
Yep, right here. Can you see it?
Little more close. Little more close. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Howard.
Okay, thank you.
And Joseph?
Here you go.
It is not possible to see clearly. Maybe far? More far? No. Close.
Ready.
Now. Okay.
Let me see. Let me get my ID. Just give me a minute.
Maybe if it's a brilliant or something like this in the screen, maybe, I don't know.
Sorry about that. I hope this will be better. Or not?
Yes, okay, perfect, Joseph, thanks. Thanks, okay. You have 15 minutes more or less, and later we will have a Q&A questions at time, because well, the members of the panel, in this case is Ricardo, Galeano, Ejido, and also Jose Luis Ruiz Exposito, and I, and later, when you finish your exposition, we will wait in time to ask questions or doubts or reflections or something like this. As a consequence, when you want to start, everything is
Cool.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, so dear gentlemen, dear members of the committee, thank you for your presence on the occasion of the defense of our final project. We are excited to share our work with you today. We developed this project with my colleagues, Katia Castañeda, Joseph Kaemba, and Howard Misquita, and I am Jakub Koinok. In this presentation, we will be walking you through our vision for Aguaia Arena, a project designed for Benfica Lisbon. To begin, let's provide some context. SL Benfica is a leading Portuguese sports institution with a global presence. It's recognized for its diversity in sports, promoting a wide range of disciplines. Our proposed project is a development of a new indoor multisport arena in Lisbon, and this project has several strategic goals as diversify revenue streams, to reinforce the club's prominence in both the national and international sports landscape, and to provide the state-of-the-art facilities for the training, competition, and social engagement. This project aims to deliver significant sport, economic, and social advantages for Benfica and its stakeholders. The Aguaya Arena is designed to appeal a broad target audience, including Benfica fans, families, corporate clients, sports teams, event organizers, tourists, sponsors, but also growing esport community. Benfica boasts a massive fan base and membership with over 15 million fans globally, 6 million in Portugal, and almost 400,000 members. This project presents numerous opportunities such as hosting family events, providing corporate hospitality, and fostering community engagement. We believe that Portugal, Lisbon, and Benfica provide the ideal context for this project. Portugal's sports market, it's not only growing, but it's also becoming more professionalized. The other European cities already have multiple large arenas, but Lisbon offers more affordable construction and operation costs. The focus on indoor sports aligns with Portugal's sports culture, and the project is heavily tied to Benfica club, so it's ensuring strong community support. To understand the context for this project, it's important to analyze the existing venue landscape in Lisbon. Key venues including the Mio Arena, Pavilhão João Roca, and Pavilhão Fidelidade. Our analysis has identified a market gap for the modern mid-size arena with capacity of approximately 5 to 10,000 spectators. The Aguaya Arena will have several competitive advantages, including state-of-the-art facilities, premium amenities, strong community connection through the Benfica brand, then focus on sustainability and leveraging the Benfica brand. Lisbon offers several advantages for this project, including a passionate fan base, growing economy, and the popularity of indoor sports.
All right, quickly take you through our strategic analysis thought process. And our vision really is to make the arena a multi-use arena and an entertainment hub, and still maintain the club Benfica rich legacy and traditions. The mission to transform this by incorporating and placing great value in customer and fan experience, so that it's more than the sport when you come to our arena. For the teams as well, we shall have modern and introduce cutting-edge technology and best practices to create an atmosphere that is conducive for training and playing as well. We will promote diversification of revenue streams by making, of course, the arena multi-use and multi-purpose. Our strategic objectives are really geared towards giving us a competitive edge while not steering away from the community values and realizing new customers and fans. While doing this, we have opened up various revenue streams while giving premium services to our clients. Our model encompasses a 360-degree holistic approach and view to cater to current demands and offer brand expansion strategies. While promoting, of course, international events is key to our sustainability, we cannot forego homegrown talent and community initiatives to spark growth of the local community around the arena. The SWOT analysis has been done with careful consideration of local tastes while giving room for future expansion. Possibilities, of course, without eroding customs that are already in place and the norms. The implementation plan is slated for 48 months. And whereas our plan is ambitious and achievable, we can't overlook the risks that are associated with such a development project. And we've come up with a robust contingency plan as detailed in our document. On this project, we have been very careful not to dilute Benfica's foundations and support, which has taken years to build, and we're just leveraging on the same and capitalizing on the dynamic market and expanding into new frontiers. The bottom line is, as our investors, we want you to feel secure, knowing that your investment is taken care of during the course of the project to a point of ROI through, of course, our robust contingency plan.
Okay, regarding the marketing plan for the new Agia Arena, our marketing strategy is designed to establish the arena as a premier sport and event venue, ensuring strong brand recognition and long-term sustainability. For us, a successful arena is not just about the state-of-the-art facilities it offers, but is also about its ability to connect with its target audience. Saying this, our main marketing objectives are multi-faced. Firstly, we aim to make Agia Arena a household name synonymous with top-tier sports and entertainment. Secondly, we want to deepen our connection with the Benfica family, making the arena a central hub for our passionate members and fans. Furthermore, we are committed to promoting an active lifestyle within the community. And finally, we aspire for Agia Arena to be recognized as a leading venue characterized by innovation and the hosting of prestigious events. To achieve these general objectives, we have defined several specific targets. Our strategy focuses on understanding key demographics, attract new visitors while developing the loyalty of the existing ones, and enhancing brand presence through strong merchandising. We will also actively promote events, secure sponsorships and naming rights, and deliver exceptional customer experiences. Finally, we are also committed to sustainability in all aspects of our operations. Our target market is diverse and holds various segments. Developing young talent is a core Benfica value, and the arena will play a crucial role in this. We also aim to offer the needs of elite athletes with top-tier facilities while ensuring accessibility for amateurs, and we also want to create welcoming experiences for families. The corporate sector offers strong event opportunities, and we aim to attract tourists, positioning Lisbon as a premier destination. Our marketing strategy will also be designed to geographic and sport-specific nuances, serving as a valuable resource for the community. Regarding our media strategy, is built on a foundation of positioning Agia Arena as a premier and inclusive venue. We will reach our diverse target audience through a carefully considered multi-channel approach. Our tactics will involve a robust digital presence, leveraging the website, the Benfica app, the social media, and email marketing, and we will also apply traditional media channels for broader reach. Finally, about our communication plan, the goal is to elevate Agia Arena's reputation. To do that, our core message will highlight the arena's modern facilities, safety, and the exclusive benefits for Benfica members. Our communication will constantly reflect the values of Benfica, since our goal is that the marketing arena is impeccably integrated with the established and respected brand of Benfica, and we will ensure consistency in our visual identity and messaging.
Well, now we come to the financial foundation, where in order to ensure the success of the Agia Arena, we've structured a robust financial and operational plan. With a total funding of 155 million euros, it comprises of 80 million from the naming rights, 50 million from bank loan, and 25 million from Benfica in order to ensure that they're with this project and they believe in it. We aim to build this state-of-the-art facility near the Estadio da Luz. This location leverages Benfica's passionate fan base while benefiting from the revenue and Lisbon's growing economy. Our revenue streams will be diversified through the ticket sales, the sponsorship, merchandise, event rentals, and of course the esports integration, ensuring financial sustainability. By optimizing costs through government subsidies and existing infrastructure, we aim to maximize returns whilst offering an exceptional fan experience. Let's delve into the numbers as it is evident that the project is profitable from the very start. We plan on paying back the 50 million loan as a debt service starting at 2 million euros a year, and this increases at a 3% rate per annum to meet the inflation. The 25 million from Benfica is an investment from their side to show their commitment towards the project, whilst the rest of the project is funded by the naming right worth 80 million euros. The initial operating expense, as seen, is 77% of the total revenue. All expenses are projected to have an increase of 3% to cater for the inflation, apart from the tech and maintenance, which increases at 2% and 4% respectively.
With any big project comes potential risks, and a strategy is required for proactive management to ensure long-term success. To combat economic downturns, we'll diversify revenue streams whilst we ensure long-term sponsorship deals will mitigate the risk of sponsorship loss. Flexible events scheduling and refund policies will help handle cancellations, and a strict budget management with contingency funds will, of course, prevent cost overruns. Additionally, our focus on premium amenities and digital innovation, such as a VR experience, will help us stay ahead of any competitors and technological disruptions. This approach ensures that the Agia Arena remains financially stable and a leader in the sports and entertainment industry. To conclude, the Agia Arena is a visionary project that aims to establish Benfica as a global leader in the sports infrastructure. By combining the strategic financial planning, the diversified revenue streams, and a robust risk management, we are creating a cutting-edge facility that enhances fan engagement, boosts the local economy of Lisbon, and will solidify Benfica's brand both nationally and internationally. Lastly, Agia Arena is poised to deliver long-lasting sporting, economic, and social benefits for the years to come. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation.
Thank you so much, guys. Apologize for not being able to welcome you to this defense earlier. Sorry, I just had an urgent call from university, so sorry. But I was able to join right at the beginning of the presentation, so congratulations on your works. Well, we are going to start with the Q&A time, guys. For example, I don't know, José Luis, if you'd like to start right now.
Yeah. Well, first, congratulations for your presentation. In fact, we are talking about a real estate arena in order to develop the sports in Lisboa. But my question is related to the incomes that you can obtain with this arena, because sincerely, as I know, here in Spain we have good examples like Movistar Arena in the city center, and we need in order to be profitable with a real estate like this, you need to obtain a very high occupancy in the installations. That means that in my approach, as I know the figures of this arena, it's very, very complex to obtain the right income, taking only in consideration sports. The sports is only a part of the income. The sport, if we analyze in detail the number of days that you can occupy the installation with the sports is limited, and you need to complement, believe me, you need to complement absolutely, basically with concerts. Without concerts, it's impossible to maintain the income of these arenas, and you need to complement. It's a machine that you need to develop at least 200 events per year, at least, in order to maintain the occupancy and the level. And for sure, some support for the administration. Otherwise, in terms of financial, it's very complex to maintain the level of this arena, especially if you consider the number of attendance that you said, 5,000 to 10,000. It's a little short also, because in order to be useful for concerts, international concerts, locally only, you need at least 15,000 people in your arena in order to be profitable. Otherwise, the fixed costs are too high in terms of the total cost. This is my approach and my contribution to be is too optimistic to believe that only with indoor sports you can maintain the profitability of this kind of installation. Believe me. Okay. Well, in any case, I don't know, comments if you have other experience in Portugal. Probably this is my experience here in Madrid, but I don't know if you have different approach in Lisbon. Could be.
Thank you for your comment. I will start with the last part of this. We try to find like the gap in the market because in the Lisbon is already one arena with the capacity of 20,000 spectators, which is usually for this purpose for the concerts. So we would like to find some gap, which will be also for the sports, for the Benfica, for the major indoor sports, and also for kind of the cultural events. So that's what we are looking for. That's what we want to propose. So that's why.
Probably the market is sure. I'm sure that you know better than me the real market in Lisbon. It's just a comment from our experience here in Madrid, but for sure you have more information than me. Than I have.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And I think to add to Jacob's point and to your point, apart from the sports, it's definitely very important that we add stuff like concerts, and boxing fights is another one. Combat sports, I think, that is a big one that would cover for quite a bit of the cost. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Diego. Thank you. Would you like to continue?
Yes, not only one question. I missed it a little. Analyze about the facilities in another clubs, football clubs, close to Benfica, close to Lisboa, in order to have any comparison, no? Any comparative. It will be very interesting to analyze. This is the only thing that I missed it in your project. Everything is okay.
Thank you for your comment. It's part of the market. There is a Pavilhão Jaoroca which belongs to Sporting Lisbon, local club in Lisbon, the big rival of Benfica. They have the arena, but it's also quite small, the same like the other arenas which currently Benfica has with capacity of 2,000 and 1,500. So there is not the direct comparison in our project with the Sporting, but it's there is a analysis of our concurrency in the Lisbon. So
yes, but sorry.
No, yeah, I was going to say in Lisbon there are other facilities with this capacity of 5,000 to 10,000, but they're not sport facilities. So they are old. Like what you have in Spain, the bullfights, like the arenas for it was like where the bulls you have like the touradas, like it's old facilities like with that capacity, but they only have like concerts and other kinds of events like theaters or
auditorio,
something. Exactly. Not for sports. They don't use sports for that. And almost like the big clubs have their own arenas, but they're, like Jacob said, like small, like under 3,000 seats. All of them.
Okay, thank you, Ricardo. Do you have any comment?
Yes, really quickly. I'm in the same line of my colleagues. I think you could have the nail to the key of the evolution of sport facilities. Nowadays, many clubs use the sport facilities not only for sport events, but I think you can use it for, I don't know, touristic reasons or whatever. And my question is, just focus on sport events. Which alternatives or which chains are you considering to keep this facility economically productive during periods when the clubs are not hosting sport events, for example, on summertime? Just focus on sports events.
Thank you. There is a lot of alternatives or a lot of events which could we host. It could be some cultural events, some concerts. It could be also, we want to use it for the esports, which is like nowadays is very growing for the corporate clients, for events, for this group. We don't want to focus only for the sports, but we want to sell this idea to Benfica. It will be the arena for the Benfica, but we know that we need to sell it also by the other events, not only about the sports events.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if I may add something as well. Mainly during the summer, we want to have community development programs. So we're talking about different indoor sports, which whose entities, let's say like basketball or FIBA will come, or the NBA, for example, will come and host camps there for kids under 18 to around 14. So we'll still have all these international organizations come do their summer camps at our arena in Benfica.
Good idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again, guys, for your presentation. We will have your grades and feedback in approximately a week, okay? So just wait for my email with all the feedback. And last of all, additionally, I'd like to remind you the importance of filling the satisfaction survey that you will have in your Canvas platform. Just please, if you can take just 2 minutes to fill it, okay? We really appreciate if you can. Thank you, guys. We move to the next group.
Thank
well,
you.
I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you
so much.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
Okay. The last group that we have today is the Sport Research Connect project. Good evening, guys. Good afternoon. Let me introduce you to the panel of experts that are going to rate your project, even the writing work, but now the defense. Okay. Here is Mr. José Luis Ruiz Espósito, the co-director of this executive MBA program and corporate general director of Real Madrid. Ricardo Galeano is a professor and staff from Real Madrid Foundation. And Diego Garcia is another professor and director of the Sport Law Department at ONTIER. The three of them are going to grade your project, okay, guys? And we'll give you a feedback about the project. Remember that you will have about 10-15 minutes for the presentation, okay? And then Q&A time. I really recommend you to participate in both parts, okay? Not only in the presentation, even in the Q&A time, okay? Answer the questions. Go ahead, guys. You have the floor whenever you like.
Great. I'm just going to share my screen.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. First of all,
Perfect.
you need to show your ID and your passport to the webcam, okay? One by one, okay? For example, Jacob, that I think you have. Yeah. Close to the webcam, Jacob first. Thank you, John. Thank you, Yohara. It's okay. And Kobe, I think your webcam is off right now. And you turn it out, the webcam, Kobe? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Okay, now you're gonna start whenever you like.
All right.
Great, if we can start with sharing the screen.
Yes,
Perfect,
I'm just going to share my
sharing the
screen.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll kick it off. On behalf of my team and myself, just wanted to thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to present this to you today. As you pointed out already, the name of our concept is Sports Research Connect, and it's all about connecting the minds that move the game. So if we could go to the next slide, please, Johara. I just want to give you a broad overview of this and in the form of a scenario. And this won't be a difficult one for many of you on the call. Imagine you're a professor working in a university and you have an interest in sport-related research. Perhaps you're a biomechanist, perhaps you're a sport management person, perhaps you have expertise in data analytics, and you want to connect with the sport industry. You want to do applied research, but you don't have a direct bridge or way to do that. You don't have a personal connection to the industry. That's where Sport Research Connect comes in. Much like LinkedIn or ResearchGate or any number of other professional networking sites, you can log on to SRC, create a research profile, a biography of yourself, and post it and begin to interact and network with others in the sport industry and other researchers. But there's one really important difference in this particular context. It's all about sport, so it's not a broad professional networking platform. It's very specific to sport. And it has a unique feature that's enhanced with large language machine modeling or artificial intelligence. You can upload all of your research, all of your publications. You can interact with AI to create, in essence, a digital twin that is the essence of yourself. And that will actually be the first most important part. That will be the entity, the digital entity that then begins to interact with others on that platform. Now imagine that you come from the sport industry and you have a particular research question or something that you want to answered. You can go on, log your research question, and your research question, your profile will begin to interact with those digital twins. And that's what we think is the secret sauce here. A lot of that initial networking and all of the initial connectivity can happen in a digital environment with that twin. And then when you're ready, then you can move to actually being able to interact with real people in real time. If you go to the next slide, this is really from the course. We wanted to do an analysis around the context of it. And so I won't go over these numbers because I think they speak for themselves. We think that there's enough of an interest in this industry broadly, whether it's the digital twin market, whether it's the technology market or the professional networking market. There's a lot of interest in this, and you can see it reflected in those large dollar figures. If you go to the very next slide, this is directly from the course, which was our analysis of what are the major factors that might influence our launch of this. Now, what I want to emphasize here, and I'm not going to have time to go into all of these things, it's very well documented in the document, but I think there are three that I would want to point out. We've already seen the economic figures to warrant and justify this. There's an environmental element to this, which is actually you can reduce travel by interacting in digital space and reduce your carbon footprint. But the one that I really want to draw attention to finally is social. Imagine you're a researcher in the global south and you have even more limited access and less resources. This might be the platform for you in order to really get into the sport industry market. I'll pass it over to Johara now to take over. Or sorry, Kobe.
So yeah, that's me. I'll take over from here. Thank you, John. So our organizational structure overview. This contains our core principles as well, which are agility and flexibility, specialization, collaboration, and scalability. And we've adopted a flat yet functional organizational structure based on the SBU model, focusing on agility to swiftly adapt to industry shifts, specialization for operational efficiency, collaboration across departments, and scalability to support growth and evolving market needs. Please can you go to the next slide, Johara? So the team structure and roles. Our team structure is divided into 5 key functional areas, which includes the executive leadership. Our CEO will oversee strategic function, a strategic vision, funding, key partnerships, while COO manages global operations, organizational performance, technology and innovation, which of course is very important to a company like this. Essential roles include data scientist, machine learning engineer, software engineer, who will maintain and develop our AI platform, IT manager for cybersecurity and data compliance, marketing and business development led by our business development manager, which focuses on strategic partnerships, brand positioning, and engagement with the industry, user engagement and support, which comprises of customer support staff, and events manager, which they prioritize in delivering a high-quality user experience and fostering the community engagement and networking, which is core to what we're doing here, and research and industry collaboration, managed by our academic relations and industry liaison managers. This department aligns strategically with our research outputs with real-world industry demands, ensuring practical application of academic innovations. Please go to the next slide. So we view ourselves as a forward-thinking modern company, and that also includes our human resources strategy. So we think this is essential to our competitive advantage. So our talent acquisition will be remote-first hiring, AI-driven recruitment tools to ensure unbiased selection, our strategic university partnerships will enable us to build a strong talent pipeline. Our employee and training development, which we think is integral to any modern company, allows continued professional development through skill enhancement initiatives, industry academic exchanges, and access to learning platforms like Coursera and LinkedIn Learning. And of course, underpinning all of this is strong corporate culture and well-being, promoting an innovation-driven culture, diversity and inclusion, flexible hybrid work models, and comprehensive mental health support to maintain a highly motivated and satisfied workforce. Next slide, please. So the choice and justification of our business form, we operate as a private limited company, which allows us robust legal protection, facilitates scalability, and simplifies international regulation. And it strategically positions us to effectively address market opportunities and challenges within the dynamic sports technology and research sectors. And then the next slide, please. Okay, so yeah, operational strategy and scalability. So our core strategy prioritizes scalability and innovation. So this, led by our AI-powered platform, user engagement and onboarding, and growth and expansion plans. This includes strategic locations such as London, New York, Berlin, Singapore, which will boost local engagement and global outreach. This will include specialized roles such as AI ethics consultants and legal advisors. And of course, implementing AI-driven automation is at the core of what we'll be doing, which will enhance operational efficiency, streamline processes, improve user experiences. So thank you. That's my section.
So our competitive analysis shows SRC's unique position within the market. While platforms like LinkedIn and Xing have a broader reach, SRC offers a niche focus on the sport industry. And that's like what really sets us apart is our use of AI-driven matchmaking and digital twin technology. So these features really give us an edge in connecting talent with opportunities in ways that other platforms cannot. But also, as a new player in the market, we recognize that we have some challenges ahead, but we're committed to building our brand awareness. So looking into our market segmentation, we've identified 3 tiers based on the value and volume of our potential customers. So tier 1 focuses on major leagues such as EPL, La Liga, NBA, and so on, and also high budget organizations and big global brands that need tailored solutions to match their unique challenges. In tier 2, we cater to smaller franchises and research-focused entities, for example, research-focused universities who might be looking for innovative yet practical tools. Then in tier 3, we have amateur organizations, startups, and those with limited resources like smaller universities or colleges, and also aspiring athletes where we can provide accessible support and basically help them grow. So this tiered strategy enables us to customize our offerings to meet the specific needs of each group, ensuring that we deliver real value. So our marketing goals for the first year are ambitious but achievable. We aim to acquire 5,000 users across all tiers, which would be a great start for our platform. Additionally, we want to establish partnerships with at least 5 organizations from Tier 1 and 10 partnerships from Tier 2. We also hope to generate £2.5 million in revenue, and we hope to boost our brand awareness to 25% within our Tier 1 target audience. And now for Jacob to continue with the finances.
Thank you. I'll cover the finances. As Johanna said, we're looking at an operating expenditure of just under £980,000. This comprises of rent at £151,000. The reason for the high amounts here is that we've chosen to base ourselves in a central London office. We currently have, I believe, 12 staff, and the office is for 20 people, so there is a little bit of room for expansion there. Our salaries are rather high as well, so £115,000. The reason for that is that we are looking for highly educated, experienced professionals who have experience in AI, connections to elite sports organizations, connections to universities, who would command higher salaries in general. And on top of the premium, I think £50,000 is would be an attractive rate for some of some professionals for our company. Subscriptions, we're looking at just under £1,000. Travel is an estimate of £15,000. We're looking at initial marketing campaign of £10,000, miscellaneous £5,000 to cover any additional costs. This is again an estimate. It's difficult to get an exact figure here. And for server and cloud costs, which around £83,000 a year, this would be for AWS, so Amazon Web Services, AI capable servers and cloud storage, and that brings it to that figure. We're looking at capital expenditure of just over £100,000. Highly capable MacBook Pros for the staff, which would also allow work from home when needed. We're looking at an AI license, which is essential for the digital twins software that we're looking to create. So that's 31,000 NVIDIA GPUs, which will help give us the power that we need to create the digital twins, just under 40,000. So our initial costs in year one are just under £1.2 million. Next slide, please. And we are, as a company, SRC, are looking to drive the revenue primarily from our subscription-based system. So we have 4 tiers. We have our initial free tier, which will offer limited benefits for nothing. Then our tier 3, at £50 a month for £500 a year. We're looking to offer all of our clients discounts if they were to pay up front. This is standard for subscription services, but and also helps with our initial cash flow in the first few months of business. Tier 2 is raised at £150 a month or £1,500 a year. Tier 2 and Tier 1 would be £2,000 a month for £20,000 a year. These prices, especially the higher ones, are not intended for individuals to pay this out of their own pockets. It's more for institutions and academics to subscribe for their whole department to be covered by have access to SRC. Our revenue, so based on only monthly sales, our annual revenue would be in year 1 would be just under 2.6 million, with a very healthy NPV, very healthy IRR. From only annual sales, we're looking at just over 2.1 million. Again, very healthy NPV, very healthy IRR. Because of a mix of natural mix of monthly and annual sales, we are looking at our realistic revenue somewhere in between those figures. Assuming the 20% year-on-year growth projections say that we will reach payback in Q4 year 1, and as I said, NPV is positive in all scenarios. We've got a good IRR, so we believe that the project is financially viable. Next slide, please. However, we have also done some risk mitigation just in case we are see if we are able to survive as a company if things were to go a bit worse than expected. So in terms of best case scenario, we're looking at a healthy, very healthy economic climate, 20% higher sales and lower expenses. We're looking at a higher NPV, a lower IRR, and a slightly earlier payback date. In a worst case scenario, we're looking at worse economic climates, decreased revenue and increased costs. But then that still brings us a very healthy NPV, very healthy IRR, and only delays the payback from a projected Q4 in a base scenario to in year 1 to a projected Q1 payback in year 2. So even the worst case scenario, SRC would be a very profitable venture. and we've got clear channels of communication in terms of, in case of an emergency, all staff have the resources, experience, and ability to work from home when needed. We've got regular backups, audits, and strong cybersecurity measures in place, and we believe that we've diversified our income streams between the universities and other institutions and control costs so that we can keep revenue steady in case of a downturn. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that
Thank you
concludes
so
the
much,
presentation.
guys, for your work and your project. Thank you for the presentation. We are going to finish this defense with questions, okay? For example, José Luis, would you like to start?
Well, yes. Well, first, thank you to everybody for the presentation. It's a fantastic idea, and I'm sure this is the way that not only the sport industry, all the industry will go in the near future, because we need to look for spaces, specific spaces to share information. For instance, for us, is as a club, it's complex to understand sometimes what is our relative position with others, and always we are looking for information in order to compare or to analyze our main issues, and to look for comparative models in order to be sure that we are the best in class. And these kind of tools are very, very interesting for us. I think it's only when we analyze the financial matters, sincerely, I think you are a little optimistic in terms of expenses, basically. But sometimes I feel bad, because when I analyze your figures, I said, okay, I spent a lot of money with very few outcome. Okay, it's very funny when you put the figures and said, okay, you are able to develop all that you said in this presentation with a very little money, no? But sincerely, you are a little optimistic in this matter. But it's a fantastic idea. It's the way. But the only thing that personally I think for a third parties or for an initiative, a small initiative, let me say, my sensation is that the big players in the technology will occupy this space very, very fast, sincerely, because they know perfectly that they need to customize by industry, they need to customize the artificial intelligence by sectors, by sectorizing all the players. And this, my suggestion is that no space for small players in this business. This is my approach, sincerely, because they spend huge amounts of money to develop in the near future this kind of business, and all of us will be prisoner of these technologies in the short term. This is my, but in any case, the exercise that you have done is perfect. Congratulations, thank you for your presentation. But please comment from your side. It's my personal opinion, yes. Okay.
I think Jacob's willing to comment on the budget. So.
Yeah.
Gracias, José Luis. Yes, I completely agree. If we were to develop this AI twinning software from scratch, I believe from my research it would cost us around £1 billion. So yes, completely agree that technically our initial investment is far, far higher. But I saw those figures when I was doing my research, and I decided that this, in the 5 years, this wouldn't be profitable if we were to develop our own in-house. So basically, the idea was that to take as much off-the-shelf components and off-the-shelf software as we can, and customize that to our requirements, and make that work somehow with much lower costs. Then we reach profitability, as you've seen here, and as you've seen in our thesis, where there are much more detailed numbers. We reach profitability extremely quickly. So it's kind of, to be honest with you, I don't know if it will work 100% because it's extremely, extremely complex. And I'm not an AI machine engineer. But if it's possible, then it's possible to do it the cheap way, so to speak. Then there's a chance. There's a chance of extreme profitability. If not, then we're looking at 5 years is not enough to turn a profit. We're looking at 15, 20 years, and then maybe we have a chance of making some money eventually.
Maybe I could comment, Ruiz, on your last comment too around, because I think you're absolutely right. We know that what happens in these markets is a domination of a few very, very large players who have the capacity. I think an interesting alternative to what we're proposing is, because we're developing it in lockstep with university researchers, there's an end user piece to this up front that some of those big data companies may miss. And I suspect you and I have been in this game for a while now to know that this problem of bridging industry and university has been around for a long time, and having something that's usable for professors and for university and bridge that gap is probably a valuable niche proposition. I think it would be interesting to look at whether you could do this not on your own, but do it off the back of an existing company who's already shown some scalability in this space. So there's an Australian-based company called MindHive that does a lot of this already, but just hasn't moved into sport. And so whether you can bridge that and bring almost like a expertise office to an existing structure, eventually they'll be bought out by Microsoft, or I have no doubt. So the question is, can you build enough of the brand and then go for the big payout when you get bought out?
Sure, I'm sure there is space for a small piece in this public, and for sure it's a great idea. Thank you in any case for your pushing and for your enthusiastic point of view in this field. Thank you.
And you for your comments. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's move to Ricardo, for example.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm really agree with my colleague Jose Luis, but I encourage at least you to try it and to try to make it real. I want to say I really want to say thank you and congrats, because I really like your project, and your design and your presentation was amazing. So congrats. And about your project, the market analysis shows a high demand for professional networking platforms, specialized in sport and technology. So I think you will have opportunities to make it real, like I said you before. You spoke about starting having 4 different bases. I remember London, Berlin, Singapore, and Silicon Valley. And related that is my first question. That is, if you are planning to expand your idea in whole world, or at least in different countries, because you plan before to work with the companies that has the different products in whole world, like Adidas, I remember. And if it's so, is how you propose to fight against the digital divide between countries? Because as you know, technology is growing so fast, and if you plan to have your idea in not only in whole world, but also in different countries, how you plan to adapt your tool for countries with users with a low academic level or companies with different culture?
I can attempt to answer that. Well, I think at the core of our company's offering is being technologically kind of ahead of the game and adapting with AI-centric approach. And that can include user experience. I think we will, as we become more sophisticated, be able to target our different users. So maybe the academics have a slightly different experience to the industry professionals, And also, we can target that at people that are maybe new to the space that don't really know where to get started with academia or industry. And so I think we can offer a slightly different app experience, for example, or on the website promote sources that are maybe easier to consume to begin with, and offer more of a guiding hand to them. So I think we're very, as I said, user-centric approach, and we AI first, so tailor it to that experience in that location.
Okay, good answer. Thank you.
Thank you. And to finish, Diego, please, do you have any comments?
Thanks. No, congrats for the job, for the project. I am not familiar with digital twins technology. Only for curiosity, thanks to this tool, it's possible to predict the best model to organize any football club in terms of human resources and areas, etc., etc. Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I think one of the applications of, I'll let Johara speak in a minute, but I think one of the applications of digital twin inside organizations right now is to try to release people from a lot of mundane tasks that they otherwise occupy their time, and the ability to train up your twin to do, for example, initial scoping meetings and relationship building is really the platform on which we sort of built this off of. I mean, at the end of the day, I think one of my colleagues used the expression, we're really a matchmaking service more than anything else, and mapping out where the limits of that ultimately will be before you have to move into something that's much more complex. And it kind of speaks to your question as well, Ricardo, of, when you get to a point where you're starting to negotiate intellectual property and things like that, these things are not suitable for that. They're really about speeding up that initial point of connectivity and matching expertise to relevant parties, and in some sense being able to triage questions that actually can probably be answered with existing knowledge versus ones that might require a more protracted contract. Johara, I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah.